Hello, everyone. I'm your friendly neighborhood hookahologist, Tommy Atomic Rodriguez. Wow, I can't talk this morning. Let me just take a sip and try that again. How's everyone doing? I'm Tommy Atomic Rodriguez, your friendly neighborhood hookahologist. How is everyone doing today? Today, we're going to be talking about something minty. Something real minty. You know what? Let me just... Oh, no, I don't want to leave this side here. Let me just explain to you how minty it is.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
That didn't work out as well as I thought. I was trying to play 24 karat magic, because we're talking about 24 karat mint today. Yes, Zumerit Gold Line 24 karat mint. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I know I'm not a real big mint person. I say that constantly and periodically. But surprisingly enough, this is a mint I can smoke straight. And it's actually really, right now I have it mixed with another Zumerit flavor, the floral flavor. I have a little bit of a mix, but 24 karat is what we're talking about right now. Because I smoked it straight, it's cool. But if you mix it together, it's actually a real sweet mint. I wouldn't say sweet mint, but it's a very interesting mint. Like, you can smoke it straight or you can mix it. Most people would probably mix it. I am not like most people. I will smoke straight flavors 95% of the day. So yes, 24 karat mint is what we'll be talking about today. And what first impressions, when I had this 250 gram bag for a while before I even opened it, because I got it at the Hookah Expo last year, right? So I got it. I was like, this is one of those flavors I'm just never going to smoke, right? Because I got a couple of Zumerit flavors, I think once. I forgot where I got it, but 24 karat was one of them, right? So I ended up passing it over. I didn't know what it was. Like 24 karat, that's a lot of. At first, I packed it. I didn't realize it was mint. I'm like, what the hell is 24 karat? I didn't see the mint leaf in the first ones. I'm like, oh wow, this is actually really good. So when I tried it out for the first time ever, I was like, wow, this is a very impressive flavor. Like, I'm not minty. I'm not a mint head. I don't like mints too much, right? I will smoke mints occasionally. It's not like my go-to flavor, but it was good. It is good. Zumerit always coming through with them clouds. Can't go wrong. If you're not familiar with Zumerit, let me explain. Oh, excuse me. They have 3 lines. They have the gold line, right, which is kind of more of their mixes, kind of. Like, you have Da Vinci on there. You have a few more, like the Godfather, right? So a little bit more of those kinds of flavors, a little bit of mixes. Then you have your blue line, where kind of your straight flavors, like gum mints was one of them. The green lemon, which is known as lime, is that, and that's that one. And then they have the dark line, right? The dark leaf flavors. They have sweet mint. They have, I think that was the one I smoked. I really like too. Sweet mint. A couple more. Like, I haven't had a lot of Zumerit. They're very new, so it's gonna take me a while to get a little bit more of them. It's not something something I would actually pick up on a day-to-day basis. So with that being said, this is like one of those sleeper brands. Like, I will never expect to have taste so good. All right, so this is something for me. It was a fantastic thing to try, because I'm very open to trying new flavors, although it takes me forever to do it, but I do it. Right, so this is something that I enjoyed very, very well. And to have this kind of flavor is actually, it's just fucking great. There's not a lot of things I can say that's really wrong with it. I've smoked this bowl probably 5 times this week, just trying to get through the flavor and try to create this video for you guys, just gathering my thoughts. And every time I smoke this bowl, I do not have a bad time. My girlfriend likes it. Isaac, my producer man, Isaac likes it. Law German likes it. It's just everybody who smokes this flavor with me enjoys it very well. So I I enjoy what other people enjoy too, especially when they come over to my house to smoke. I'll make sure everyone has a good time, right? This is one of those bowls I can pack and everyone will be like, "Good job, Tommy. You do good work here." As you can see, the smoke is phenomenal, right? There's not too much. I'm smoking out of. I keep forgetting to mention this. Like I keep knowing that I have to say it, but I just don't say it. Smoking out of my Sayoka hookah per usual, my Mason Timber hose, and out of my OG alpaca bowl with 3 flare cubed coals. So speaking of the coals, now for us who are in the community and know about heat management and stuff, this is one of those flavors that you can actually smoke warm with 3 cubes or 3 flats or 3 cubettes, right? And it's always the same consistency. Well, from what I noticed, because I had flats when I first smoked it, right? Same consistency. Use 3 cubes, right? Like I just buy like a box of flares, right? Because they're home. I can just go up the street and get them, and I use them and I get the biggest box possible. So every time I pack this bowl, and I packed this bowl 6 times, 7 counting today, and every time it's the same kind of bowl. It's never any different. It's never harsh. It's never like, oh, I put too many coals on today. No, it's always the same consistency, and I can smoke it for multiple rounds of coals. I've smoked it with 2 rounds of coals last weekend, and it lasted forever. There was no hiccups. There was no, that's not happening. It's always consistent. So there's that, and it was actually a really good time. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Smoking with something warm to drink is the best way to smoke. That's just silly, but still. So I can honestly say that the cut on here is just like any other regular blonde leaf cut. It's kind of generic. There's nothing too amazing about it. You guys already know me. I'm terrible at explaining the cut, so you're never gonna get too much out of me about that. But the flavor itself, it's very smooth. It's not too overly minty. What's a one that I knew I could not smoke ever again and kind of turned me away from it? It was a Black Mint by Starbucks. When I was first starting out, the Bold Line had just came out, right? So I started buying some of that, and I had Black Mint. So one of my friends loved mint, so I bought it, right? But I smoked it, and it was so strong I couldn't even handle it. So that's one of those mints that you need to pack with something, right? And then that's what kind of turned me away from mint. This mint, straight by itself, is actually just super, super smooth. I do not have any problems with it whatsoever. It's never a bad time while smoking it. So let's just take another inhale here. Nice little exhale. And you still taste the mint. Like the mint is constantly in and out. Like it leaves that real minty aftertaste, and it really refreshes your breath like you just had like a fresh stick of gum. Really clears up your sinuses too. So I always you shouldn't smoke while you're sick because it just doesn't help. But if you are going to smoke while you're sick, smoke mints. Now, if you can smoke a mint flavor while you're sick, it's actually just gonna letting you live a little bit. You're gonna breathe. You're gonna be able to breathe with your nostrils for the first time in probably like 10 days, right? So that's always this is one of those flavors that do the same thing. So just keep in mind that these flavors are not meant to what are they? They're not meant to, ruin you. They're not meant to, put it out. They're all here for one thing, to have an enjoyable smoke. This is one of those flavors that you can smoke and it will be enjoyable 100% of the time. Oh, I messed up. So, I mean, I can keep going on and on how much I really like this mint, but it's just going to be saying the same thing. What's the key points if you're going to be buying Zumerit's 24 karat mint is the fact that it's consistent. You can smoke it out of any kind of bowl. I've smoked it out of the OG bowl. I've smoked it out of the 80 feet 80 bowl. I smoked it out of a Tangiers bowl one time because I only had a little bit of tobacco in the 50 gram pack. So I just packed in that bowl real quick, right? You can even smoke it with one coal on that bowl. So this bowl is always going to be consistent. No matter, like I said, you can mix it. It's a great mixing flavor, so it's actually going to brighten up any other flavor you mix it with. So it's very versatile, which a lot of mints are, but this one just kind of takes the cake for me. This is, like I said, I'm not a mint person, but if I'm going to smoke a straight mint, it's going to be 24 karat mint, right? Because to me, if it's minty enough where it's not overwhelming and not overwhelming, but nice enough for it to have a consistent way of not getting harsh, that's something that's for me. So with that being said, let's do our scale of 1 to 10 on the inhale and exhale. So we're going to start with inhale. As you can see, lots of smoke just by inhaling it, and you get the mint flavor. It's not just right in your face, right? No, it's very gradual as you smoke. The more inhaling you do, the more mint you're tasting, and that's why we're able to get it. So let's talk about the exhale and what I taste right after it, and as I suck it in and let it out of my mouth. That's not sexual, I swear. Minty. I know that's like a cliched thing to say because you're smoking a mint flavor, Tommy. Of course it's minty, but it's so subtle that it's not, like I said, it's not in your face. It's very gradual. It's very interesting to have and not have to worry about, oh, hey, it's going to make you cough. No, like I've smoked this for an hour and a half. I've never coughed on this flavor, right? It doesn't get harsh too much. And it handles the heat very well, which is very impressive to me because a lot of blonde leaves, I know if I smoke the 3 cubes, it takes a while because I smoke hot sometimes and then it just kind of loses the flavor more. No, if you pack the bowl right, you're going to enjoy this flavor for at least a good hour and a half, right? And that's always the goal, to have a bowl to last you a while, to do whatever you're doing. If you're at a lounge and you want to kill some time, you want to smoke for an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours without having to, switch everything up, which this flavor would definitely do. Or if you're just trying to get a quick bowl in and out, right, it's got to be, and you want to save some of the bowl for later, guess what? Because people do that. I used to do that a lot, smoke a little bit and smoke the rest later. This is one of those flavors you can do that with. So on a scale of 1 to 10, now that we've done our inhale, exhale, and everything else, I want to give this, for a pure mint flavor, I'm going to give it a hookahologist 10 out of 10. Highly recommended. And I never do that for mints. I don't think I've done a 10 out of 10 review in a very long time. So this is the first 10 out of 10 review for 2020. Congratulations, 24 karat mint. You made it. You're the first in 2020. So that's all I pretty much have for you guys today. If you want to find more of my content, be sure to like and subscribe and check a look at my other videos. If you think there's some more Zumerit flavors or maybe even another mint flavor you think is really good for me, leave it in the comment section below. But to follow me on Instagram and or Twitter, follow _hookahologist. To find this beautiful face on Facebook, you're going to look for Tommy Rodriguez and look for this guy smiling. Then, if you want to also, now this is important, follow the videos, podcasts, and even a little bit of discussion, go on to Facebook and look under the hookahologist. And be sure to like that page too. We just hit 100 likes on that page, so I'm actually really happy about that. That's actually really cool for me, right? Because I don't think I've ever hit 100 on anything before. Just kidding. I've hit 100 on a few things, but this is still very, very awesome for me. Be sure to like us on there too. And until next time, guys, keep smoking. And this is always the awkward part.